to make sure that that's the kind of culture that you're working with? By a show of hands. Cool. Have a look around the room. Nearly everyone's got their hands up. Those that don't, there'll be questions asked in a moment. Put both hands in the air. If you could all just do that for me, please. Just do it really quickly, won't hurt. Just rest them gently on the shoulders of the person nearby you. Just gently give them a shake and say, you're in the right place, you're in the right place, you're in the right place. What I know from the research that I've done, and we're going to go through this morning, is that when you're really clear on your intentions, trust increases. Now, on a plane, so I'm strapped to my buddy. There's another person strapped to another buddy there. Over this side, there's another person with their buddy. Then my son was right next to me. There was a person there with their buddy, one there, one there. Still with me? Nice and calm. All of a sudden, someone went, go. Now, I'm thinking at this stage, we're going to move to the door, we're going to put our legs over the side, everything's just going to... That's not what happens. I'm strapped to this guy who I don't know, who's calling himself my buddy. And all of a sudden, all these people, there's just this frantic, go, 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 go. And all of a sudden, this guy's pushing me. No, boom, out we go. This is the moment just before. If you have a look at that face, this is not calm. And then as we get to the plane's edge and we start to fly, this moment that you're going to tell me was amazing, this is what I look like. Now, do you get how silly this all is? We're falling. This is not parachuting at this stage. We are falling at a rapid pace. I'm hanging on to myself. Don't let go. And then all of a sudden we go a little bit further. This is not a smile. The wind, regardless of what you're going to tell me, the wind just makes you smile. And they say it's going to be nice and calm. You'll just feel the wind and it'll become... No, my cheeks, anyone that has any ounce of fat on them, your cheeks start to flap and they hit your eardrums and it's blowing out. Anyway, so I get there and you've got to look at the camera and smile. And we finally landed. We finally landed and this buddy says to me, because it's all being recorded, so Dave, what was the best part of that? And I said, right now. Without a lie, you'll see what I mean. This is me with my son. That wasn't an embrace. I was falling over. See, when you're going through change, you're going to have processes, you're going to have systems, you're going to have strategies, you're going to have all these things, and over these next couple of days, you're going to be talking about this. But the thing that really will make all the difference, and this is glaringly obvious to everyone, is what we think about the whole process. There's a trust issue. When you're looking at a high-performance organisation, when you look at that chart that you've got, trust is right there, right at the platform, because if you don't have trust, you don't have anything. And you don't get trust, you earn trust. But again, sometimes the danger is we're not consciously or mindfully in that moment, and we don't make intentional decisions to take intentional action. And what ends up happening is we get unintentional results. We are the sum of our actions, therefore it's our habits that make all the difference. If we are consciously full up to the brim of noise and distraction, and we're not mindfully in the moment, and we're acting in habit, and if habits make all the difference, doesn't it just make sense that we need to become aware of what our habits are? Because a habit is a learned, automatic sequence of behaviour. Because this is all habits, sometimes we're aware of them, sometimes we're not. But ladies, can we just clear this one up? When we're on the couch and we're watching the TV, and you just lean over and say, oh, darling, what are you thinking? Nothing! There's nothing going on. We're just watching the TV. Let it go. And then you hear it coming. You look morals shown in conduct. Our actions and our behaviours are our morals shown in conduct. Everything we say, everything we do sends loud and clear messages to the world about who we are and what we represent. Our actions and our behaviour. You can take the word morals out because this is not an ethics class. Our actions and our behaviours are our business values shown in conduct. See, when we start to look at the two problems I mentioned earlier on today, one of the problems is the amount of noise that goes on, the other one is the trust issue. When we've got a whole set of business values, whatever those business values are, whether they're the organisations, whether they're our teams, whether they're our personal business values, people look at us, they see our actions and our behaviours and they say, I get the truth. So Aristotle's quote, that was my defining moment, I think, in understanding this concept of intention. The quote is, we are the sum of our actions, therefore our habits make all the difference. Our actions and our behaviours are our morals shown in conduct. My way of saying that, folks, is this. People get the truth. It's as simple and yet as complex as this. People get your truth. Each of us. This is inescapable in its truth. It's the platform principle of intentionomics. People get your truth. Over time, your intentions. We're going to define that word in a number of different ways today. Your intentions, your actions, and your results over time will either promote you or it will expose you, individually and collectively. People get the truth.